Hey everybody, welcome back to Exploring Temecula. Today we're going to talk about the pros and cons of buying condos in Temecula and the surrounding area. If buying a condo is on your radar, this video is going to go through what I've learned over the last 10 years of some of the things that might be a positive for you and also might be a negative. I'm not saying that condos are good or bad. They will not fit everybody's lifestyle or everybody's situation, and this video is going to pinpoint, some of those issues. If you're interested in Temecula, make sure you subscribe to this channel. We are strictly Temecula and a few of the surrounding areas, cities, Murrieta, Menifee. We really go into detail and help you figure out what the best option is for you, especially if you're trying to relocate or move here to this area. We also have home searches in every single one of our videos now. So in this video, I will have strictly a condo search, and every condo available in Temecula and the surrounding area will be in this search. So make sure you click on the link below for that. Also, we are licensed as both a real estate brokerage and appraisal company. So if you need a home value, we are able to do that for you within one business day, and I promise you it will be accurate. Other than that, thank you for watching the video, subscribe, and let's get into it. So I'm going to start off with the pros of purchasing a condo in the Temecula area. Number one, low maintenance. You're not going to come home and have to cut the lawn, take care of gardens, flowers, whatever. There's going to be a lot less to do, and this will also help you in way of cost. A lot of people in Temecula and the surrounding area hire gardeners every month. You really are not going to have to do that, if you own a condo. So it's going to be a little bit of savings on your pocketbook, and the low maintenance just won't have you, doing things on the weekend that you really don't want to do. Okay, so community amenities within a condo, you're going to have a pool, you're going to have a hot tub. And although Temecula, the single family residence, the communities within Temecula are very unique, and a lot of these communities do have pools and hot tubs and that sort of thing. There are a lot of areas throughout Southern California or cities that do not have these community amenities except for the condos. Most condo complexes that you are going to purchase a condo in will have these things. So if you want a pool, and if you want a hot tub, and if you want a tennis court, these type of things are very, very common in condos and are obviously a pro, especially when you don't have to take care of the maintenance of them. Okay, next up, it's a great way to meet people. Personal experience. 10 years ago, we had a friend that lived in a condo, and we actually hung out at her condo a lot more than even our home. Especially on the weekends, you're going to have people, a lot of people down there in the pool barbecuing. So if you are a couple that enjoys that type of thing, or if you are a single person that's new to the area and you want to meet people, condos are definitely going to be a better option than a single family residence, just because there's more opportunity. Okay, so next up, definitely a pro. Condos are going to be a little less expensive than single family residence. So depending on what your approval letter says, condos might be the only option that you have at this point. And if you really want to get in a home, oftentimes, that condo that's $300, the lowest price home that's going to fit your needs is going to be $450. So make sure you check that out. I'm not saying that's always the case, but generally, condos are going to be a little less expensive for you to actually purchase. Okay, next pro, the outside maintenance is often taken care of with condos. So termite work, roof repair, painting of the condo. I'm not saying every condo complex does this, but a lot of times the HOA that you pay takes care of those three things, which obviously over the life of the house, or if you are planning to live or keep this condo for long term, you're going to need roof repairs at some point. You're going to need to paint the outside. You're going to have termite maintenance. So these three things, depending on the condo complex, are going to be taken care of for you. Okay, so next up, and I have mixed feelings about this, even when it comes to single family residence communities that are gated. I'm not saying that it's, you know, the be all end all of security, but most condo complexes will have a gated community. So if that is something that is important to you, condo complexes are definitely going to be right up your alley with that sort of thing. Okay, so next up, we are going to talk about the cons of owning or buying a condo in the Temecula area. And as I mentioned in the pros, one of the negatives, you know, on the opposite end is a smaller lot. So if you have big dogs, if you have kids, sometimes condos are just not going to work for you. You know, these smaller lots, yes, it can be a pro in regards to maintenance, but are not going to be a pro when it comes to you going in your backyard, having people over, having kids play, or having large dogs. Okay, so next up, condos are going to be harder on resale, especially in a down market. For whatever reason, the pool of buyers looking at condos, you know, if there's 100 people looking to purchase a home in the Temecula area, there might be 20 people that would be willing to actually move into a condo. So when the buyer pool is smaller, it just stands to reason that the resale is not going to be as easy. Of course, in an upward market, in a market like we're in right now today, you don't really have to worry about that. You're going to put your condo on the market and it will sell within 1 or 2 days. Not the case. As soon as this market starts to flatten out, as soon as it starts to turn into a buyer's market, I can guarantee you that the condo you know, market, and it's just going to be a little tougher to sell than a single family residence. Okay, so next up, in way of negatives, when purchasing a condo, the HOAs are going to be generally higher than any single family residence area that you are going to look at. In Temecula alone, the average HOA is going to be around $300 a month. So please be aware, a lot of people do not want that. A lot of people would rather put that $300 towards purchasing a home, you know, and that could get you $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 worth of more of a home than paying that HOA fee every month. So be aware that HOAs in condos are going to be generally higher. Okay, next up, in the way of a con, parking. Depending on the community, you might have parking under a carport. You might not have a garage. You might have parking that doesn't even have a carport. So make sure you do your research, you know, and that might be very important for some people. Some people might want, at the very least, covered parking for their car. And in way of condos, sometimes you just don't get that. Okay, so next up on the con list, a lot of these condos have second floor units. Be aware that, you know, think through this type of thing. If you have a pet and you don't want to be walking up and down stairs every time they need to go to the bathroom, that's going to get annoying. You know, also, you're not going to have a yard at all. So if that is something that is important to you, do not pick a second floor unit. Okay, so now I'm going to go into, these aren't necessarily pros or cons, it just seems to be what condo complexes are. Number one, you're going to find a lot of single people, a lot of couples in these condo complexes, and also even a lot of younger people. So make sure that you understand the demographics in the condo complexes and that you're okay with that. Next up, I feel that condo complexes are great for people that travel. You can come and go. As I mentioned earlier on in the video, there's not a lot of maintenance. You don't have to worry about yard work. So if you tend, or if your job makes you travel a lot, or if you're on the road, a condo could really be very beneficial to you in way of, you know, not having to deal with these external things when you're gone. And finally, not a pro or a con, but you need to be aware if you are a first-time home buyer or if you are using an FHA loan, a lot of these condo complexes are not FHA approved. So let's just say there's 20 different condos that are available for you to purchase in Temecula and the surrounding area. You might only be able to put offers on 5 of them, because these condo complexes that aren't FHA approved will not allow you to put an offer in. So that is definitely a you know, thing that you need to think of, and depending on your type of loan, be aware of. There are conventional loans now that are 3%, 5%. I'm not a lender, so if you are interested in getting a loan, I can put you in touch with somebody that can walk you through the process. Make sure that you're ready to go if you are looking to buy a condo. So there you have it, guys. Pros and cons of purchasing a condo. Hopefully some of these things helped you. You know, again, these are just going back over the years and things that I've heard from actual buyers, things that were not the greatest for them or things that they really loved about buying condos. So until next time, make sure you subscribe. I appreciate all the support, and thank you from Exploring Temecula.